Hey there, I'm Dave Lemieux, and as you might see, I got Big Ben behind me. I'm in London, England. So a little thing, these seaside chats I've been doing for about 15 years almost, for the Grateful Dead's releases, Dave's picks and box sets. We've had a pretty good budget. You've noticed, the production values on these things are pretty good. We've got a crew of about anywhere from 9 to 12 people, depending on the shoot. We got camera and sound, production manager, hair and makeup, of course, wardrobe. Couldn't do it without that. We've got editing. It's a pretty big crew, but we have increased our budget by quite a bit, and we're now able to go to the places at which the Dave's Picks were produced, where they were recorded, and that has allowed us to come to London, England. As you probably know, Dave's Picks 56, the brand new Dave's Picks, 2 complete shows from the Rainbow Theatre in London, England. So the crew and I packed up, and we've spent a week over here scouting locations. We found this great thing, this big clock called Big Ben behind me. A lot of people around as well. And we decided to come over to London for a couple of weeks to shoot the video. And you'll notice the production values have gone up quite a bit. So that's why we're in London doing this. So if you've been paying attention on the Grateful Dead socials or dead.net, or you got the email, you'll know that the brand new Dave's Picks is 2 complete shows, the 2 opening shows, March 20th and March 21st at the Rainbow Theatre, March of 1981. An incredible time for the Grateful Dead. I kind of consider it the peak of the early Brent era. The middle Brent, kind of later in 1982, a year and a half after these shows, is when they started bringing in the material for In the Dark, Touch of Grey, West LA Fadeaway, Throwing Stones, all that kind of stuff, and then more songs through the 80s. This is really that tail end of the Go to Heaven, the beginning of the Brent era. By this point, he'd been in the band for just about 2 years. He joined in April 1979. He was a defining part of the Grateful Dead sound at this time. So with that in mind, the Grateful Dead do this winter tour in late February, March of 1981, ending with that great show in Hartford, which just came out in the Enjoying the Ride box set, March 14th in Hartford. Then the Dead headed over to Europe for not a tour, 4 shows at the Rainbow Theatre, few nights off, and then the show with the Who at Gruge Halle in Essen, West Germany, the Rock Palace video you might have seen. These London shows are just as good as, anything on that March tour, and really that spring tour that came at the end of April through the middle of May, also exceptional Grateful Dead music. These London shows are right up there with the best, and a wonderful place. You can look it up online. You can look up the Rainbow Theatre and check out, it's now, I think it's a mega church sort of thing now. I don't know what it is, but it looks really nice. But it used to be a wonderful place for music by the sounds of it. The Dead played there 8 times in 1981, 4 shows in March, 4 in October for the actual Europe tour in October. Well, it started September 30th in Scotland through the middle of October. Great tour. Amsterdam, the shows in London, you get it. Some really, really hot shows on that tour. So they go to London, and we'd always had our ears on March 20th, the opening night, as a Dave's Picks, a Dick's Picks, a Road Trips, whatever it was. And then over the last 6 or 8 months, year or so, we really started listening to that second night as well, March 21st. And it's just as good. So we started doing the timings, and we realized that the first night was short enough that we could get it on 2 CDs without obviously cutting anything. And likewise, we found out with our timings that the second night was also a 2 CD show, so a little over 2.5 hours of music. So you're getting a 4 CD set with this one to end our 2025 Dave's Picks, to end our 60th anniversary of the Grateful Dead year of Dave's Picks. Some really, really wonderful, wonderful music to end the year. Now, what I found in 1981, I find the first sets magnificent, just as good as the second sets, but they all tended to end with a 3 or 4 song run, 2 or 3 or 4 songs at the end of the first set that was really a precursor to how good a second set would be. And both of these shows feature these incredible first set ending sequences. So the first night opens Feel Like a Stranger, from Go to Heaven. Second night opens Alabama Getaway, another Go to Heaven song. And the first sets are excellent, with a few incredible highlights that are up there with, I think, the best moments of 1981. Now, both shows, the only repeat, I believe, the only repeat at these shows is Althea. And a week before in Hartford, the Dead had played Althea, and it was, to me, one of the best Altheas I've ever heard the Dead perform. These two are up there with it. Certainly give it, as they say, a run for its money. Just incredible, incredible versions of Althea both nights, where the song goes along beautifully, incredibly well played, passionately sung. But the ending jams, 81 was the, for me, it was the year for it for me. And these ending jams are so, so good. So the Altheas on both nights. So the first night ends with a 3-song run of the first set, ends with Candyman, Looks Like Rain, and Deal. And all of them are some of the best versions I've heard from the early 1980s. Now the second set from this night, look out. We get Scarlet Fire, and to me, again, I'm going to keep saying this, as far as early 80s Dead goes, a lot of these, Big Ben saying hello. Oh, it's 3:15. I guess it does it every 15 minutes. Our location scout, that's another member of the crew, hadn't noted that. I got to put that in the notes for next time we're in London for another London show. The Scarlet Fire, up there with the best of the early 80s. You know the Atlanta one from Dave's Picks Volume 8 on November 30th, 1980, just 4 or 5 months before this, 4 months before. It's up there with that one. Then we get, going back to Go to Heaven, Sailor Saint, beautiful, He's Gone. Drums, oh, and He's Gone actually is a really cool Bob Weir slide solo coming out of it. Check that out, it's really great. Drums in Space, classic for the era, some incredible spacey sounds, particularly during Space. And then it comes out with a truckin' that's so much fun with the whistle blowing to open it up, Bobby on the referee whistle. But the peak of this truckin', my good friend Scott, if you're watching this, you might remember about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I sent you an audio clip of the ending of a truckin' with that huge explosion. That was this version, and that's what I'd been working on. So Scott, this one goes out to you. Thanks for your feedback on that. I know you liked it too. But they hit that crescendo, that big explosion at the end of Truckin' just perfectly. Wharf Rat, Around and Around Johnny Be Good. There's an encore of US Blues that has a big tape cut in it, but we'll get that fixed, we hope. If not, still getting a ton of great music. The second night, this is what I'm saying, that we'd always had our ear on the first night on March 20th, but March 21st is just as good, opening with a great Alabama Promised Land. First set, earlier in the first set, we get another one of these Altheas that, again, as great as that first night version was, this one I think might even be better. The peaks during the jam, wow. Really, really magnificent Althea. But then I mentioned the ending sequences of these first sets. The previous night with the Candyman, Looks Like Rain, Deal with the huge Deal jam. Oh my gosh, this is a really fun pick. This one is a 4-song run. The whole first set is great, but the 4-song run that ends it, I mean, it doesn't get better than this. The aforementioned Althea, so good. And then it was the first night that had the earlier Althea, earlier in the first set, the Althea, and then a Let It Grow, one of the best of the early 80s that I know. You can really feel it, that you can hear how into it Weir is, just an incredible Let It Grow. And then China Rider. Now, for all these European heads, who, you know, I think it's a badge of honor. If you're from Europe and you're a European Grateful Dead fan, and you might have even seen the Dead on Europe 72, yeah. But one of the Dead's finest albums, and certainly one of their finest live albums, if not, I mean, I love Europe 72. It's up there with the top 2 or 3 live albums I think the Dead ever produced. It's from your home. It's from, you know, whether it's West Germany or England or Holland or whatever. It's pretty cool that the Dead did this incredible music and put out a triple live album from Europe. A lot of Europe 72 music on Dave's Picks Volume 56, Tennessee Jet, He's Gone, Truckin', which of course was also from American Beauty. Jack Straw, there's another strong one. So the China Rider. So the China Rider that ends this first set, it's up there with the one from Madison Square Garden a couple of weeks earlier, the March 9th version. that was put out in the great Madison Square Garden box set a couple years ago. The second set then opens with Jack Straw, a bit of an anomaly there. Great Jack Straw, another Europe 72 strong song, and then Ship of Fools, and then we get Estimated Eyes, both of which, including the jam between Estimated and Eyes, are upper echelon. The estimated profit hits that peak you want it to hit during the jam, and it's got a really spacey jam coming out of it. Really, really wonderful stuff. The Eyes of the World, Sometimes We Visit Your Country, just amazing. Coming Out of Space, Not Fade Away, Black Peter, beautiful. One More Saturday Night with an encore, another Go to Heaven song, Don't Ease Me In. And you know, a lot of us, myself included, think of Don't Ease Me In as a first set closer, but they used to occasionally do it as an encore. And I think it's a strong encore because it's so powerful. It sends you out the door dancing, in a great mood, ready for the next one. This was a 4-night run. Also great shows as well. So I'm going to leave it with that. A couple other things just to, well, I'm not going to leave it with that. A couple things to note. These were recorded by Dan Healy. They sound great. The PA board tapes sound magnificent. It's a little cool in London. And mastered by Jeffrey Norman, sound incredible. Wonderful packaging, of course, designed by our good friend Steve Vance. So do pick it up if you get a chance. If you subscribed, you don't have to. You're getting the bonus of it being a 4 CD set. That was not previously announced until now. But again, Dave's Picks 56, available now at dead.net. It's a 4 CD set, 2 complete shows from London, England. That's why I'm in London. They sent me over to shoot the video. There's a double-decker tourist bus. Got Big Ben behind me. I got oh, the river, the Thames, right here beside me. I didn't even point that. Maybe I'll pan the camera over when I'm done. Got a big Ferris wheel over here as well. So do pick it up. Like I say, if you subscribed, you don't need to pick it up because you'll get it anyway. If you didn't subscribe, do pick it up. It's a great one, I think. And it's our second international Dave's Picks in a row. The previous one, of course, number 55, was from Paris, France, with bonus material also from London. Now we get an entire 5 hours or so of music from London, England at the Rainbow Theatre, March 20th, March 21st, 1981. That really, really fine, high energy, perfection, Brent Midland early years sound, a sound I love, music that I'm sure we'll see more releases from this era. This is, I guess, the fifth show that's been released from this era over the last few years. We released the 2 shows at Madison Square Garden, March 9th and 10th, and then the Hartford show, March 14th, just came out in the Enjoying the Ride box set, and then we got the 2 shows from London. So hope you've enjoyed this. It's certainly been a great time. Thanks to the crew for making this happen. Behind the scenes, behind this camera, there's a big crew making sure the lighting is good, crowd control, location managers, all that stuff. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you here probably pretty soon. We're going to be announcing Dave's Picks 2026 subscriptions pretty soon. Have some great ideas coming up for next year in the Dave's Picks series. We got another great year coming up. But thanks for joining us for this video for 2025, for the Grateful Dead 60th anniversary. It's been a really wonderful year with the box set, the Dave's Picks, all the other amazing things. Dead and Company at the Sphere. So many great things and activities in Grateful Dead world. So thanks for watching, and I will see you here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt the camera so you can see the river, maybe get a little bit more of a view of London. Thanks a lot.